right, welcome to Primos for Life, the wrestling podcast made for the fans, by the fans. Como siempre, yo soy Eddie, el niño vaque. We got Ariel, the Ecuadorian dream bisueta, and we are your self-proclaimed, undisputed co-host tag team champions of the world. And in tonight's episode, we dive into the wild ride that was this week's Monday Night Raw. From a shocking return by Goldberg to Liv Morgan's real-life injury, plus the ongoing King and Queen of the Ring tournament heating up, we break it all down. So, como siempre, sit back, grab a snack, and let's get it on. What's going on, Primo? Yeah.
Very excited. Yeah, this one coming ready this week, man. I dig it. I'm feeling it. I vibe. Yeah, no, man, I'm good, man. I'm good. I can't complain, man. Nice couple days of just, you know, I want to say relaxing, but usually cleaning and taking care of random things, but good stuff. And then an episode of Raw, something that we can sink our teeth into and kind of finalize what's going on for the King and the Queen of the Ring. But yeah, everything's all good over here, man. How about yourself? How are you?
Good, man. Can't complain. I caught up on Raw and I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty solid episode. I really enjoyed the last match of the night, actually, a lot more than I thought. And, you know, I jotted down some thoughts of other segments and stuff like that. So I really can't wait to jump in this conversation with you, bro, because it's a good one. Yeah. Or at least I think it's going to be a good one, you know?
Well, yeah. I mean, I thought the episode was solid. I thought it was definitely better than SmackDown was.
Yeah, for sure.
And I feel like, you know, we had, you know, less time, and maybe that's why we didn't feel like it was dragged on, and certain things didn't feel as unnecessary as they did on SmackDown. But yeah, man, I can't wait to get into it. So before we get in, are we good everywhere else? We touched all bases. We're cool. Everything's straight. Oh, yeah, actually, we're not. Actually, I apologize. So, I came on here last episode and during the SmackDown recap, I told you about Amanda's friend and my friend Gino, who works for Topps, but didn't want to get it wrong. It's Topps. He works for the digital side of Topps. So he gave me that John Cena shirt and, as I said, a few cards. So he gave me the Topps binder, of course, with some sheets, because you got to keep your stuff safe. You know, the man knows what he's talking about. Yeah, so what I did, nice. These are WrestleMania cards, so they got, like, you know, the Vegas vibe with the dice and everything. What I want to point out is the first few here are numbered cards of a set. I have two Tongaloas that are available at $4.99, numbered, you know, 3 whatever, what have you. I have an Uncle Howdy here at $4.99 at $141. Sheamus, $250 of this one available. I have $144. Sami Zayn, 10 available. I have number 10.
What? So that means there are 9 out there in the world.
There's only 9 other out there.
Wow.
Of Sami Zayn. Cool. And then I have Elton Prince here. That's right. From your favorite tag team ever.
Yeah, mine. My favorite tag team. Pretty Deadly, sure.
But this is 2 of 10.
Wow.
So there's only one higher than my man. And then I just got a couple of other fun cards. You know, CM Punk, La Noche, Rhea Ripley, like. So these are really, like, quality cards. They looked really, really good. He gave me a couple packs as, you know, just kind of like a, you know, open up the podcast. And I didn't want to take the time and do that, but I did want to showcase them and also give Gino some love. Gino Ferrazano, thank you very much, brother. Appreciate that. The shirt, the binder, everything. I'll be reaching out to you soon to discuss a little bit more. But thank you very much for the Topps digital side. You know, I appreciate everything. That's fantastic, and I can't wait to see if I can add to that collection somewhere. So I want to give that shout out. And now,
shout out to Gino the Neutrino.
There you go, my homie, my man. So he's a Packer fan. That's one thing about Gino. So I respect that because he rocks. So I like that. But yeah, thanks again, Gino. And if you're ready to roll, Primo, I'll let you lead us off, and we'll go from there.
Well, yeah. Well, it's funny that you mentioned that he's a Packers fan, because this Monday night comes straight out of Green Bay. What?
Wait a second. Did I just kind of segue that?
Look at that. You're actually getting pretty good at this, man. That's awesome.
Hey, damn.
Yeah, so as always, we open up the Monday Night Raw episode with everybody walking in, setting up the matches for the evening. But then ultimately we have Liv Morgan coming out with Dirty Dom to talk smack in the middle of the ring, talk smack about Nikki Bella and how, ultimately Liv Morgan is the one that runs the division. And then your homegirl, your favorite, Io Sky comes out and tells her, you whine and complain too much. Shut your face. And then a whole bunch of stuff happens there, man, which I thought was pretty cool. I was very happy with this segment, not going to lie. It was fun, for sure.
It was good. It was, because Liv came out and she was just like, I feel like everyone's been disrespectful.
Yeah.
Y'all kind of forgot. To which I'm like, I mean, she's not wrong. She held the belt for a while.
Yeah.
Beat everyone that went up against her. She doesn't have that under her belt, I guess, so to speak. So when Io came out and she's like, nah, you've been disrespectful. You disrespected Bella, you disrespected me, like, chick. And then Liv's just like, you know what? You're afraid of me because I beat you. Like, just give me the belt. It's like, just give it to me. And I could already see where this was going. The minute she give me the belt, I'm like, okay. So he was going to go, you want the belt? And then she's going to hit her. And then sure enough, papa! I was like, yes, get her. So it was great. No, a fun segment. Live out and do a shot at Dom. Yeah. Tossed him out, which was great. Always fun to see, Dom take a shot there. And, he wasn't able to speak, a lot because they kept booing him and it was funny. Yeah. And, so fun. Yeah. Like I said, good opening segment. I thought it was entertaining and I just love seeing Io Sky. So that's a bonus. But Liv Morgan and Dom came out strong. It was good. I dug it.
Yeah, what I liked about it was when she actually throws her the belt, because I didn't think she was going to throw her the belt. She's like, you want the belt? Yeah. Well, here you go. Wha, throws it, and then drop kick. And I was like, yo, okay, we starting off strong this Monday night. So I was with it. I liked it. I was good with it.
Great opening segment. Great opening segment. I got no qualms about it. Setup was good. Timing was good. Like in terms of the time limit that it took, it didn't drag on. Liv had her moments. Io came out, did her thing, threw a couple lines of Japanese in there. It was great.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then
we move on to the Fatal 4-Way Queen of the Ring qualifier with Stephanie Vaquer, Ivy Nile, Raquel Rodriguez, and the return of, after 13 months due to a knee injury, the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka, is back.
Yeah. And then what a match, man. I mean,
this was a solid match, man.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Solid. Like, this was solid.
It was so good to see Asuka return. She looks like she hasn't missed a step. She looks fantastic. I love the new face paint. I like that her old music is back. I like the whole Asuka vibe, and she's back and ready to take names. One thing that I did write down in my notes, though, overall, because it was a great match, two things, right? One good and one bad. The good thing was Ivy Nile has really, really improved. Like every time I see her, I feel like she gets better and better. Like if she's really learning stuff from like a Chad Gable or whoever is in the back, like training her, like keep going, keep listening, because you're like at a Kurt Angle level. Like to me, I mean, I feel like her moves are clean. She's selling really well. Like, so props to Ivy Nile, man.
I agree with you. And it's funny you say that because, like, from what I know, and it's because I just don't really get to pay attention to a lot of other things. She came from the show, like the some kind of competition show, but it wasn't a wrestling competition show, right? It was like a
wasn't
Ninja
it like
Warrior
Gladiators
type.
or Warriors or something?
It was like a Ninja Warrior type type thing, right? So she came from that. So it's funny you say that because when this match happened, like I saw that and I was like, she's not bad. Yeah. Like she's hitting her spots. She's when she takes the kick to the face and the face that she took, both hands came up to protect herself. Like I actually noticed that too. That's actually pretty funny you say that, and that's why I'm glad I had the instance of her covering her face like that, so I'm not bullied. Like it was like I actually saw the same thing. So I agree with you on that. Like fantastic. Yeah, she's good. She's definitely getting better.
Absolutely. Now here's the bad thing though, right? And you know what?
Dun, dun, dun.
At first I was like, man, is it just because like I don't like Raquel? You know what I mean? But no, I don't think it's that I don't like Raquel. I think ultimately, what it is that
you don't like Raquel.
No, it's not that, because I did notice something. I was like, she's always
mentiroso.
No,
you sat here before and complained about this woman. Yeah,
I did.
And then when I brought her up, And I'm like,
I forgot her name.
You completely blanked on who she was. It was What match are you talking about? The one that we're talking about, fool.
Yeah, and that happened several times in several episodes too.
So let's say it's not that you don't like Raquel.
No. But I think I figured it out. I think what it is that
last time it was her outfit. Last time it was her outfit.
It's a number of things, but ultimately,
but it's not I don't like her. What are you doing?
I think what it is that she's just very tall. You know what I mean? So imagine someone that tall.
I hate you so much right now.
People.
She's just very tall. She's just very tall. Are you kidding me? She's just very. I'm gonna slap. I'm about to board a plane to Florida just to slap you and then come right back home. Okay, so she's tall. So go ahead. So what is it? Is it awkward? Does she look awkward? Is that what it is?
That's what it is. I think, because the spot that really stands out to me is when Stephanie Vaquer wraps her legs around her shoulders and she tries to pick her up, and then it was a little shaky. So but I think you said it perfectly. It's like, it does look a little awkward. And I was like, but what's the problem here? But then I realized, they're all smaller than her. So it's like, there's just something there, like with her and her dynamic, when not like compared to like a Nia Jax or somebody that's just as tall. It's just it's just awkward. I mean, maybe that's the best way to say it. But I mean, she's still a great worker. I mean, don't get me wrong, she's great. It's just something that I noticed. That's all.
It's just one of the 10 things that I don't like about her. Just one.
But she's great. She's great. I mean.
I'm gonna save us from the rest of this. So Rhea Ripley comes in and basically takes out Raquel Rodriguez to pay back what Raquel did to her in the last match. And Rhea Ripley's qualifier, which Eddie completely forgot happened, which is what I alluded to earlier for those who missed the previous episode. When Raquel interfered and I mentioned it, Eddie just blanked that she was even there or who she even was and that she existed. So anyway, so she comes out, and then as a result,
but she's my favorite though.
No, sure, yeah. We get a win for the Empress of Tomorrow and an advancement in the Queen of the Ring tournament for Asuka. And I do want to say this to your point. This was another one where when I saw the entrance, I knew who was winning. Yeah. Like, I knew it was going to be Asuka. Like, you had to give her, like, first of all, it's Asuka. Like, okay, so that's her. Like, there's no Stephanie Vaquer would have been the only one that could have maybe had a thought process to do that, but still too early. You've already put a lot of accolades on her, so I think Asuka's, of course, the right play here, and get her over, get her back, get her going, get her some momentum, and see what you can do, because she's back, and you got to use her. She's still a draw. She's absolutely fantastic, and she showed it in this match because she won and put on a hell of a show.
Yeah, agree. And that sets us up for this upcoming Friday night SmackDown, which would be Asuka versus Bliss, which probably is going to be a great match, actually.
Should be. I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, for sure. But then we get the we get the replay of Gunther versus Jey Uso, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have to relive that whole thing. But after that segment, we see the champ on his way to the ring. He's walking out, ready to address the world as our 2-time world heavyweight championship.
Here comes Walter.
Gunther. Nah, man, don't disrespect. He's a 2-time champ, brother. 80% of his time he's been champion. Let him rock, man. Let him rock.
Walter.
And then you hear like a cumbia.
Daryl. So we're going Walter. Anyway, so so he comes. So they do that. They show him coming out. Then we cut into a segment of the Judgment Day Clubhouse.
Yeah.
In which Liv comes and says, Raquel, I need you to do something tonight. Raquel's like, I'm not medically cleared. Liv storms off angrily.
Mm-hmm.
We have conversations between Dom and Finn and JD where they're basically not trusting each other. They're all just kind of like, JD's the only one trying to hold everyone together. He's like, hey man, we're going for the belt here. We're doing this and that. Like, I'm trying to keep the family together. And Finn is like, I want to do this. And Dom's like, no, you failed last time that I tried to get you to block out AJ Styles or handle AJ Styles. So you should stay back here. And Finn, of course, being the cat that he is, thinking 3 steps ahead, is like, sure, I'll stay back here and we'll figure out what it is down the line.
Yeah.
So they end with that, and then we get out Gunther. Gunther comes out, and he just starts chatting about how Uso was better than him on one day.
Mm-hmm.
Said, every other day, I'm unbeatable. one day is what he was better than me in. He goes, and that's the only time it happened. He's like, so I'm back, 2-time champ. I'm doing this. He goes, so let's talk about who's coming. He's like Seth Rollins. And then they started chanting somebody's name. And I couldn't hear it. And I don't know if Netflix dubbed it out because I didn't watch it live.
No, I heard it.
So, and was it who came out?
Yes.
Yeah. So they dubbed it because did you watch it live?
No, I watched the replay because what happened was they said Goldberg and then he says, I don't care if the if the rumors are true or not. So
but that's what I'm saying. But I didn't hear Goldberg.
Oh, they said it.
I heard silence and then he went, I don't care what they say about the rumors.
Mm-hmm,
now I watched the taping today, so maybe that's why they dubbed it to give people whatever. But as Eddie just mentioned, then out you hear, and then he comes out, whatever. Goldberg comes out and he's like, I'm here to celebrate you, Gunther. You're the champ. Yeah. But Saturday night's main event in Atlanta, Georgia, which is his home area. He's like, me and you, and we're going to see what happens. And surprisingly enough, Gunther just kind of backs up, walks out the ring, and just kind of oh, stop it. You knew this crap was going to happen.
Okay, so here's my beef.
You were prepared for this nonsense. That's why when it happened, I was like, okay, because I knew it was I don't even want to give it a thumbs down because I knew I was going to be annoyed because I knew it was going to happen.
I think what just really aggravated me about this is like, whether the rumors were true or not, and he comes out, it's just like my man looked sweaty and out of breath, and I'm like, dude, when you come out in that kind of shape, you end up hurting people, bro. I mean, we seen it with Taker. We seen it with the other matches he has every time he returns. I told my wife, I was like, I'm nervous for Gunther now because this guy just got the belt back. He's probably going to lose because, Goldberg wants a final run. And on top of that, like, you might hurt him, bro. Come on, man. And then to your point, I really dislike the fact, like, Walter, or Gunther, darn it. You got me saying Walter.
Yes, Walter.
Gunther, you're right. He cowered away. He like tucked his tail in between his legs. And I'm like, dude, you're the champion. No. Like, stop.
This is he's got to lull him into a sense of security. He's got to lull him into I'm scared. This is mind games from the Ring General. This is all baiting him in. Just don't worry about it. Oh, okay. Oh, no, Goldberg's here. Great, because now Goldberg thinks he's got the edge. No. And this is what I'll give.
Good. I didn't think about that.
This is what I'll give Gunther. The man is methodical and he's smart. And or at least that's the way Hunter likes to use it. And it's fantastic. And so I think that's more what this is, because I don't think he wins. I think also another reason that you're using him with Gunther is because he is not ready to go a full match, and he is a liability to a bunch of other people. You have a worker like Gunther in there who knows how to be technically sound and safe. It's a lot easier to do that than to ask, anybody else to really do it who's just not as technically sound. So I think that's kind of where I'm going with this, or at least that's what I'm trying to sell myself so that I don't punch myself in the face.
Yeah, I'm about to say, like, you're doing a pretty good job selling that, because I'm just like, or he's gonna go for a spear, miss, hit the turnbuckle, bleed from his nose, and then continue on with the match all days and hurt somebody. So that's
great.
Goldberg's
Let's
MO.
do that. I like that. Yeah. No, because and this is the thing is, the whatever he says or whatever, like that kick to Bret Hart ended Bret Hart.
Right.
It ended Bret Hart. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's some people that you just proven to be unsafe, and you just don't like that. So what do you do? But I've never been a big Goldberg fan, even when he was on that run. Like, I remember, like, we were at my homie's house watching, and his brother was a huge Goldberg fan. And I was just like, this guy fucking sucks. I'm sorry for cursing, but it's just like, it's 2-3 minutes, and then it's a spear, and then a jackhammer, and in 2-3 minutes he does nothing. Like, he just punches people. Like, this is, man, like, come on. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's what it is. But like I said, this is what I'm selling myself to get through the Walter situation. So
yeah, and then after that, don't we get AJ Styles and JD, right?
Styles versus McDonough in a solid match. Very good.
Yeah.
McDonough's a great worker. He's just
really
getting better and better. It's absolutely fantastic. I know why I used to wonder why they kept him around, and I'm like, no, that's why. He's good.
Yeah.
He's quite good.
Yeah, for sure. And then the best part of the match, besides the actual match itself, was Corey Graves' statement of saying JD McDonough has a skull of a Minecraft character, which I started laughing.
Minecraft character. I was like,
that's pretty good.
Then I looked at him again and I was like, God damn, yeah, that thing.
He's right. Yeah, but no, AJ gets the win because Dom tries to save JD, but then fails. But then once Dom is about to get attacked, actually Finn Balor comes in to save the day, which was a little surprising, but I guess he's just trying to prove, hey man, I told you to come out here to protect JD. Now I'm coming out here to protect you. So, adding more fuel to the fuego.
Shocker.
Otra noche con el Judgment Day.
Oh my gosh. Too many noches. Too many. Then what do we get? We get Sheamus in the back talking Alpha Academy and Natty asking about
the Alpha Babes.
Otis. Yeah, great. Alpha Babes, whatever. And then Tozawa was like, go kick his ass. And, so we get
everybody's like, yeah.
And then my favorite part of the night. My favorite part.
Go ahead.
My favorite part of the night.
Yeah,
go ahead. You know who we're about to talk about. Everyone out there, all of you who've been listening. Bayley comes walking down the ramp, not the ramp, down the back.
The hallway.
We get a shot of her. The hall.
Yeah.
Great. And as she's walking through, she stops. She looks to her right and she sees there, once again, A-Town Down Under arguing. And now Waller is mad and he's yelling at Theory. And to the sides of both of them, on one side is Kofi Kingston. On the other side, Xavier Woods. Thank God for the New Day. The best part here, Xavier Woods looked like he was straight out of the Player Haters Ball. It was the greatest outfit he had on. We're talking pimping since been pimping since been pimping since been pimping. It was fantastic. But the keynote here is Bayley stops. She sees them. She keeps it moving. But Waller and Theory are still arguing. Now the New Day's there because Waller was talking to him last week. But shout out to Xavier Woods for looking like he's straight out to play a haters ball. I will stop talking for a few minutes.
Yeah, no, it was a questionable segment because you're just like, what is happening here? What are we going to get from this? Where's the payoff? Or is this just like a new thing now where like, we have to just have background, backstage things to just keep swerving us, or maybe nothing might come out of this. Who knows?
Never know.
Yeah.
But yeah, good there. Then we get
your favorite.
We find out AJ and Dom is happening at Night of Champions.
See,
and then we get Bayley and she's calling out Becky, and Becky comes out in Chicago gear, full heel Becky. Chicago gear because she's in Green Bay. So she comes out, they start griping, and then Bayley ends up punching her. They're arguing back and forth. We find out later on that it will be Bayley and Becky next week. Not waiting to Night of Champions. Looks like that's happening next week, which fine. Let's get it off the plate early. And then maybe I'll have some, because then later on there's also a segment where Lyra Valkyria goes up to Bayley and she's like, I understand you did what you had to do, but if you win the belt, I'm going to do what I have to do.
Ooh.
From the person who comes out with penguin feathers.
My thing is this, right? I really, and I mentioned this in previous episodes, I really was waiting for this story between Lyra and Becky to end so we could get Bayley in the mix. But then I just realized, you know what? I'm just over Becky. The best part about this segment is Bayley punching her in the face and ending the segment, because I'm just like, stop whining, stop complaining. Like, your new character went from the man, somebody who's just, talks with her fist and makes a statement, to now this whiny heel of like, but I'm the best and I'm the champion and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, Bayley, please shut her up. And she does.
I mean, I feel bad.
Do you?
Because she's good. And I've liked her before. But at this incantation right now, at this moment in time, with the other players on the board, I'm just not a fan. I'm being a hater. I'm being a hater. But yeah, I admit it. I'm being a hater. I'm the same thing with her husband. I'm being a hater with him. You've heard my gripe about this whole, because you had the same one about him winning.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
sure. So I'm with you. Just over it. Glad it's done. Let's get Bayley on the board. Bayley will brass or something else, and just be fine. Over it. Yeah. So then we move on to another women's match, Kairi Sane versus Liv Morgan.
Which was short-lived.
And this went short-lived. That's not funny.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was surprised. No, I was like, what's happening?
No, you didn't realize the pun you made.
Short-lived.
See, bro, I got to write this out for you.
Thanks, do I? It really, right over the head, man.
Like, anyway, so no, all jokes aside, like,
no, but
terrible.
that was really good though. Now I'm thinking about it. I was like, yeah, that was a really good pun. No, all right, go back. You're good.
So yeah, so on the serious side, this was short lived, and it was bad because unfortunately, about 3 seconds into the match, Liv Morgan suffers an injury to her the area that's either her elbow or her shoulder, an area in between. Possibly, I think they said it was dislocated shoulder at the end of the day. But what happened was literally, like, she just came running at Kairi Sane, and Kairi tried to like throw her like back, and it was just a standard fall, and Liv just bracing for her fall, just putting her arms down and coming, and landed just a little awkwardly on her right elbow, forearm, or what have you. And she immediately slowly rolled out of the ring and sat and covered and was like no. Like, you could tell when she, like, because I watched it because I was walking in and out of the room, and I saw the takedown. And then I come back and they're like, "Oh, is medical over there?" Or like some call was like, "The doctor's going over." And I'm like, "Wait a second." So I rewound it. And then once I heard that, I watched the fall, and you could see her right arm kind of like slip a little bit from the back, where you look like something was off. And so they called the match in favor of Kairi Sane because Liv Morgan could not continue due to injury. So found out later it was a separated shoulder, if I remember, a dislocated shoulder. So sorry to Liv Morgan. The good thing that I will say is, especially after what happened with Zoe Stark and Kairi Sane, and I'm sorry for rambling, because Kairi Sane was the one who was not in the spot she was supposed to be when Zoe Stark injured herself, and Zoe Stark is really mad at her about that. But as per our interview with Angel, then don't do the spot. Don't jump. Corey Graves came back and was like, "This is a standard move. This is a standard save yourself from hitting the ground. This is nobody's fault. This is truly just a freak accident."
Yeah. And I think that's what's wild about it, because you're right. I had to rewatch the replays over and over, and I'm like, but where did it happen? How did it happen? But you're right. It could be the way that the angle that she hit the canvas, and like that shock just like jolted up her elbow into her shoulder, just knocking it out of place. And I was like, my goodness, and it looked like a standard fall, you know what I mean? But like you said, I think you said it best. It was like a freak accident.
As far as I can tell, the move there is for you to land flat, for your forearm to be flat. And it looked like she had landed on her elbow just prior to the forearm coming down. So the shock there, because you don't know which way that elbow's going to go, I think is kind of what did it.
Yeah.
So, I'm not a doctor, but this is what I've seen.
But you sounded like one, and I believed you. So thank you for that. No, but all joking aside, Liv, please, if you do hear us, we wish you a speedy recovery for sure.
Please.
Yeah.
Well, especially because now that's one of your wife's favorites.
Yeah, that's right.
So if for nothing else, to get her back on the screen
for her, which is important,
Exactly.
She'll keep watching.
Happy wife, happy life, my dude.
There you go. Yeah. And then we get the John Cena replay from SmackDown. We see what went down there. And then we get the Sami Zayn interview where he says, "This time it feels different." And then I was happy with this.
How happy were you? I was just about to ask, how happy were you? Because I know you was excited. Because when it happened, I wrote down in capital letters, "Cross," and I was like, "Cross," because I knew you were going to be in your feels. So I will stop talking. Brock, baby, Rock, Primo, go ahead.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. I was so happy. I was like, yes, let's go. What are we doing? And then, he gets in his face and basically plays mind games with Sammy. And then Sammy's like, you know what? Maybe you're the coward, because you know what? Every time, you get knocked down, you just stay back here and you do you lurk and you just talk. And me, I get knocked down, but at least I pick myself back up and I get back out there and I get these opportunities and this and that. So you know what? I'll tell you one thing. Once King of the Ring is over, you and me are going to have this match once and for all. And I was like, yes. And then, but here's my favorite part, right? He was like, Karrion Kross was like, perfect. Like, that's exactly what I want. Almost like you're playing into my hand. Right, so it's like, wait a minute. So is Sammy gonna win? Right? Here we out. And then I don't know if it's like maybe he put something on the line or whatever the case is and sabotage something for Sammy. You get what I'm saying? Like Karrion, I feel like Karrion has like a plan here, and I can't wait to see what it is. The way he said it, he sounded too sure, and that's what got me like excited about it. I was like, oh, what is going to happen, you know? So,
well, I agree with you on the fact that it was awesome. It was fantastic. Like the way that he said, the way that he ended it, like perfect. Like that is like that's exactly what he wanted him to do. Like that was 100% correct what you said. Like it was great because it's like he orchestrated the whole thing to get to this point, to the John Cena aspect of I'm playing chess, y'all playing checkers. Like so great. I think the thing is, Sami Zayn said, when I'm done with all this is when I'll deal with you. So I don't know if anything's going to be on the line because you look at the bracket and you look, and I'm gonna spoil the end because everyone's probably seen the anyway. And just by looking at the card, you know Jey Uso is going to win this King of the Ring, which is the next thing that happens anyway. So we'll get to that match in a second, but he wins. So because here's what you can do, because this is the way the build out is now. You have Randy Orton versus Sami Zayn and Cody Rhodes versus Jey Uso. So you can go two of two ways with this. You can go Sami Zayn versus Jey Uso and be like the bloodline and that whole friendship. Or you go Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and go legacy, and like these two have the longest history. Like, so I don't know if you're gonna go different. I don't know if you're gonna go Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes, because kind of cool. Jey Uso, Randy Orton, no. So I think you have to pick your poison and see which one you want to go with. I think the more interesting storyline would be Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes. So I think Sami Zayn loses to Randy, and then we start working with the Karrion Kross angle. But yeah, really well done. Like it. And I think maybe it was just, maybe Karrion Kross beat Sami Zayn, and Sami Zayn maybe just like, oh shit, okay, yeah, and kind of, I don't, maybe not like a disciple, but maybe a new faction starts, because I think they messed up with the Authors of Pain, like, because they're good, man, and I think they messed up with Cross and that whole thing. So I think maybe it's time to do something else with that, with a faction, and especially with Cross because he's great. I think this might be maybe the genesis of that.
I like it. Okay, with this whole thing with Karrion Kross, we're definitely get excited to see him on screen because it definitely gets the creative juices flowing. So I'm very happy that that's what it's doing. I think it's doing its job. Now I just can't wait for the payoff. I'd rather see more of this than Becky coming out screaming at somebody. Like that's personally me. But to your point, this does lead us into the final match of the night, which is the Fatal 4-Way, which you already told that Jey Uso is the winner, but that was between Rusev, Sheamus, Bronson Reed, and Jey Uso, which, by the way, I love this match. I was really happy with this match. I love the tit for tat with Rusev and Sheamus. Really, you know, like, hey, we don't care about winning. This is about you and me and fists and fights, banger after banger. Love that they were in their own bubble within this match, right? Then Bronson Reed, you know, I keep saying it, ever since the guy's injury and he's lost a little weight, he's like quicker. He's more agile. He's on top of it. I love it. I'm a huge fan.
I just want to know what the arm shake is about when he does the tsunami. Why is this? What is this about?
Because it's a tsunami, bro. It's a tsunami. It's a tsunami.
You look like you're a fat kid who doesn't know what's going on.
Wow, you just called Bronson Reed a fat kid.
I mean, tore I wrong, it'd be a different story. I mean, he's not going to tell you he's thin.
He's a big man. But to be honest with you, Jey Uso was my least favorite person in this match because I feel like there were moments where he's gotten a little slow, and I don't know if you noticed this, but when all right, but hear me out, right?
You don't have to work hard.
But bro, it's just like I don't know if you noticed this, but like he had to like get a run up start to do the kick outside of the ring, like into the ring. You get what I'm saying? I thought that was like a little sloppy. His tackle was a little sloppy. I don't know, man.
His spirit was bad. Listen, I'm not gonna begrudge the man for getting a running start to have to do a leap anywhere.
Like,
because I defy you to jump from a fucking vertical position anywhere.
Bro, I'm not a pro, man.
Anywhere.
That's not my job, man.
I don't give a shit. You know how hard that is to jump from a vertical position anywhere? No.
You're right.
Stop it.
Okay. Maybe I'm judging a little too hard, but overall, fantastic match.
The spirit was bad. It did seem like there was a step or two off, but I think he's been working a lot. He's been working a lot. They already had the tape around the ribs, so they were selling that hardcore. You know, and also once again, when this match ended and it became Spot Fest, where it was like Rusev hit Sheamus and then Sheamus hit
fantastic.
Who was a Breaker or Chubbs Peterson, Bronson Reed. When he is them, like Sheamus and Rusev are knocked out, and then Bronson's left, and then in comes Breaker to
Breaker for Jey. when Jey gets on the turnbuckle,
he comes in, he knocks Jey down, and then Sami Zayn comes out.
Yes.
Sami Zayn comes out and stops and starts messing with Braun Breaker.
Right.
Breaker then Zayn lands a shot, then Breaker picks this Sami Zayn up and throws him like just on top of the announce table, here, just get away from me. And then as he turns around,
bam,
fuck my man Penta El Cero Miedo just comes over, flipping over the top. Braun Breaker was in the wrong spot.
He was
sloppy. And then he sold it really bad after that. Like, oh God, it hurts so bad.
He's like, I kind of caught you with my pinky.
I caught him over here, like, hey guy, and then he's like, oh, you took my whole body out. Like, no, oh my God, you took my knee out or something like that. Like, let's make it real. Like, like, oh no, I'm dead.
But what saved that move is Penta's outfit, bro. How awesome are you that you're rocking all black in a leather jacket and you got your mask on, bro?
A leather bike jacket. You're in a leather bike jacket, and you just flipped over the top rope. Yeah, bro. It was Penta is in big ass letters over here. I wrote
Penta huge too
because I was annoyed and I'm like, all right, it's first episode. The Raw hasn't been on in a while. Yeah. Like I don't know how I feel about that. Like so, but he came out at the end. I was like, perfect. But then we won't just stop there because then when that happens, Braun Breaker, Broncito now has the chance to get on Jey Uso and give him
the shake.
The tsunami, and he, as he does come over, we see La Noche, yeah, and he like pushes Broncito over, and then Jey Uso comes over, and we get a splash from one side, and he rolls over, splash on the other side, bing bang boom. I'll let you go from here.
Then Jey Uso gets the win. We get a chance to celebrate. We're happy, but then Seth Rollins rolls out all angry. Takes him 20 minutes to take off his jacket and unbutton his shirt and all this time, giving ample time for the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes to come out and save the day. And he's like, no, Jey Uso's my boy. So you get away from my boy. And then Seth is like, oh, and he just leaves. And then I'm just like, that was dumb.
I mean, I appreciate the Cody Rhodes run in there because I'm like, great, all right, you don't have him cross brands. It's Cody Rhodes, that's great. He's your guy, makes sense. But yeah, no, because Rollins was gonna come out, and then it was like, all right, what is the Jey Uso's? Why are we whooping on Jey Uso right now?
Yeah,
you have the Money in the Bank, like.
Because it's all about power, bro.
But this is stupid. You have power. You have the ultimate power. You have money in the bank. That's the whole point of the agitation that is my life with this nonsense. Is because this idiot has full power, and I still gotta watch stupid nonsense like this, which is why I'm like, great, cheap pop for Codith, and great, awesome. I'll take it. I'll always take a Codith sighting or whatever. It's great, but I'm just like, this is dumb. Like, so whatever. Like I said, it's just. If Rollins,
executive producer Paul Levesque.
Oh God! If Rollins is the person he says he is, he would have came out when Gunther was running his mouth. Mm-hmm. That's it. Or he would have came out when Cena said, "Rollins wants no part of me because I can retire and he's the only champ left." Because Rollins could have came out and been like, "It's not necessarily true, man. I might be coming after you." Like, so this is what bothers me is the spot choosing. And to your point, I wrote this down somewhere because it was here. Someone said, and I quote, "I want my rematch." And I'm like, this is what he was talking about. Why are we bringing a rematch sometimes and not rematch other times? What is going on here? Like, so it's just whatever. It's fine. But the end of the Raw, like I said, I think better than SmackDown.
Way better.
And we know what's happened Queen of the Ring. Now we know what's happened to King of the Ring. Kind of pick our spots there, lay a foundation for other fights. Good to see a couple run-ins, a couple quick spots, so you could still get a couple of your superstars over. Not bad. 7-5.
7-5. Yeah, I agree with that. 7-5.
7-5. 7-5. Yeah. Not bad. Solid. Not mad at it. So, like I said, setting up a couple things, but 7-5. Not gonna complain. Looking forward to see what happens on SmackDown, so we can start the rest of the King of the Ring coverage. But overall, solid episode. I'm not angry about it at all. I think the proper storylines were set and things were just working.
Yeah, I agree. My final thoughts on the episode was, I think it was a 7-5 for me. It could have been higher if it wasn't for Becky, Goldberg, and Liv getting hurt. So, but everything else was pretty awesome. So, yeah, no, I was very happy with it. Definitely excited to see how SmackDown plays out, and everything else that's coming down the line when it comes to PLEs and other promotions and other shows. So, definitely always a good time for wrestling. You know,
always, man. Yeah, that's great. Like I said, I'm looking forward to it. I want to see how SmackDown goes, because SmackDown, like I said, we're laying the foundation for the rest of the King Ring, because I think, once again, to your point, things will be a little formulaic. And if we see Randy win, expect Cody to win against Jey, which is what I think is going to happen anyway. If I had to pick it right now, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be Randy versus Cody, and then we'll see who gets the shot. That's what I'm going. So, Primo. Other than that, it's all show.
Or do I? Well, in that case, entonces, Primo, since you already set me up for the setup, you know what to do, my man.
I was just saying solid show, man. I thought you were going to come back with something else. I didn't know we were doing this already. I just said, I know I want to drop that while Goldberg is doing the Saturday's main event in Atlanta. Once again, ladies and gentlemen,
there you go.
Pizza Jeans in Atlanta. If you're in Atlanta, you're looking for some New York style pizza, 675 Ponce de Leon Avenue, inside of the Ponce City Market. I've been there as a New Jersey New Yorker. It is some delicious
New
pizza.
Jersey Yorker.
It's a New Yorker. As a New Yorker, well, that just makes me sound like New Yorker. I'm New Yorker. New Yorker. I'm New Yorker. I said, que perra soy. Anyway, that's what I'm telling you. It's Pizza Jeans inside the Ponce de Leon Market. If you're in Atlanta, on New York style pizza, if you're not just there for Saturday's main event, you're there for something else.
Clash of Champions.
Stop in. Clash of something.
1988.
But yeah. So other than that, thank you to all our listeners, followers, everyone, man. Interviewees, future interviewers coming up, interviewees coming up. Everyone who just, I was telling Eddie, I barbecue at the house, I had some people over, stickers handed out. We're trying to get up. If you see a QR code, scan it. Tell your friends, please, ladies and gentlemen, because we do this all for fun, but we do it because we love talking wrestling, and it makes us have a much better time when we know there's people out there listening and kind of vibing with us. It's really, really fun. So thank you very much. We love you all. We couldn't do this without you. You're the backbone of how this whole thing operates. So thank you. We love you. And nos vemos cuando nos vemos.
En español. Nos vemos cuando nos vemos. Chao. Adiós.